Okay, so these things we have already covered. That is, what are the condition code flags, condition code register, status register, then these symbols N, Z, V, C. And last class we have also seen about this overflow. Okay, now look at this diagram. Status bit A, B, Cn minus 1, Cn. Now can you tell me which gate this one is? Anyone of you?
Sir, XOR gate.
XOR gate.
XOR gate. So any special characteristics of XOR gate?
Sir, if either of the operator is true, then the result would be true.
Either of them. But if I write 1 and 1, then it is 0. Yes or no? If 1
Yes,
and
sir.
1, in this
Yes,
case
sir.
also 1 is, either of them is 1, but still it is 0. In case of XOR, you know about the truth table, right? 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, now this is say A and this is B. This is A XOR B. So 0, 0, what will be the value? Come on. What will be the value of this?
Sir, 0,
Very good. 0, 1,
1,
1, 0.
1,
1,
0.
1, 1 will be 0.
Okay, so you should say that when both of them are of same type, means suppose if it is 0, 0, then that is 0. And if this is 1 also, then this is 0. Okay, clear? So we are using this for this zero checking. And I want you to take a screenshot of this. Have you taken it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in the last class, I already told you that what this Z means, B means, C means, N means. Okay. So what you'll do, you'll draw this diagram. You try to explain actually what is going on here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And see, very soon your exam will be conducted, and so I will give some topics for presentation as part of seminar thing is concerned. You know about that. Every semester we used to conduct seminars for the subject. So today itself, I will share the topics as part of roll number. So you will prepare the topics and you will start presenting it from the date. I'll give it the date. Okay. Because we don't have
Okay, sir.
much time left. So you all inform your classmates. If someone is not attending in today's class, then also inform them that seminar topics they should consider it seriously, because 10 marks is considered for that. Okay. And most probably the exam will be conducted in offline mode. So be prepared for that. Okay. Coming to the next topic, addressing modes. Generating memory addresses. How to specify the address of branch target? Can we give the memory operand address directly in a single add instruction in the loop? Uses register to hold the address of this num1 and increment by 4 on each pass to the loop. So there are many things for which we need to know about this addressing modes. And there are different ways how we address the memory. So let's discuss them. First, you can see this the diagram here. Instruction. This is opcode. This is addressing mode. Okay. Now implied. AC is implied in add, am, air in one address instruction. I hope you have not forget about the one address instruction that we have discussed already, where we are using what? Accumulator, right? Then
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
good. Then TOS. So TOS stands for quickly.
Top of the
Top of
stack.
the stack.
Yes, very good. So TOS is implied in AND in zero address instruction. So they are the part of implied addressing mode. Then immediate, the use of a constant in move R15. See, this 5, what is this exactly? This is a constant. So what actually we are doing? 5 is moved to R1.
Sir, register 1.
Very good. So this is a kind of immediate one. And then register indicate which register holds the operand. Then we have register indirect. Indicate the register that holds the number of the register that holds the operands. I'm repeating again, indicate the register. In case of register indirect, what is happening is that indicate the register that holds the number of the register that holds the operand. Like consider this, move R2 to R1. Okay, now if you consider this diagram, can you see this diagram? Ultimately,
sir.
ultimately we are moving the operand value that we have in R2 to where? R1. Okay, so this is register indirect, means we are considering only the registers. Okay, but the earlier case we have considered the constant itself, 5 to R1. Okay, and in the register case we directly indicate the register, but now we are considering this one because this R2 having the value of 3. And what is 3? 3 is the register number. Don't consider it as the value. 3 is the register number where the exact the operand value is stored. मैं आपको एक बार क्वेश्चन मैं फिर से एक बार बता रहा हूँ रजिस्टर इंडायरेक्ट को अच्छे से समझ लीजिए आप लोग देखिए move R1 R2 and you should not confuse how we are writing. See, I'm not writing like this. क्या मैंने ऐसे लिखा? Have I written
No,
like
sir.
this? No. Very good.
No, sir.
So here what happens? We are specifying the register. And in this register, that number is stored. And what exactly that number specified is again in register number, actually where the operand is stored. So ultimately, which value we are trying to move to R1? That value is 5. See, R1, R2, R3. Now R2 में क्या रखा है? 3. अब ये 3 value नहीं है. 3 is not the operand value. 3 is the register number. That is RT, which is containing the value of the operand. So RT is containing what value? 5. So 5 is there in RT, and that 5 is now transferred to R1. So that's why it is known as register indirect. I hope this is clear to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Then auto increment and auto decrement, access and update one instructions. That is, you know that increments means ek instruction aage, and decrements means we are decrementing one instruction. So that is very easy one. Then direct address, use the given address to access a memory location. You are directly specifying the memory location. That is direct address. Now, indirect address. Indirect address indicate the memory location that holds the address of the memory location that holds the data. Okay, so direct में क्या हुआ था? In case of direct address, we are directly specifying the location where the data is there, where the operand value is there. But in the case of indirect address, what's going on here? That we are specifying the memory location. Okay, where you will find the address of the memory location exactly where the operand is there. तो यहाँ जो मेमोरी लोकेशन हमने देखा है वहां पे वैल्यू नहीं है, वहां पे वो पर्टिकुलर मेमोरी लोकेशन का एड्रेस है जहां एग्जैक्टली डेटा रखा गया है. Have you got it? That is indirect address, and you can correlate this indirect address with this register indirect. But don't forget that both are having different way of specifying the operand value. Don't confuse it. I hope this is clear to you. Look at this diagram
Yes,
now.
sir.
Very good. See, in this memory, AR101. We are specifying this 101 as the location. Now, in 101, you will get one address value, one memory address value, not the operand value. Then, in that particular 104 address, you will get the value of that. Okay, that is indirect address. Whenever the question comes in the exam, don't forget to draw these diagrams. Definitely, this is a very important question, and MCQ on this is being frequently asked in GATE exam or the UC NET or any such type of higher level examinations. Always you'll find a question from this different addressing mode and different instruction set that I already covered in previous lectures. Now coming to next one, let me clear this, relative address. So CEA, effective address, is equal to PC plus relative address. I hope you know that what is PC, program counter is, that is the counter which is pointing to the current instruction, right? Now, with this, you need to add an address. Then only you will get the effective address. মানে মই কি কব বিচাৰিছো is a PC जितो আছে PC माने की PC वो है जो अभी आपका प्रोग्राम इंस्ट्रक्शन करंट कौन सा है उसको पॉइंट कर रहे हैं, राइट? आप उसके साथ क्या कर रहे हो, एक एड्रेस ऐड कर रहे हो. क्यों? ताकि जो एड्रेस इफेक्टिव एड्रेस है आपको मिल जाए, राइट? सो इफेक्टिव एड्रेस इज नथिंग बट PC प्लस that a particular address we are adding, we are naming it as relative address. Now look at this diagram. PC is what? 2 here. We are adding 100. So we will get this effective pattern and there you will find that. Okay, and it can be either positive or negative, and you know that in the last exam, lecture, I have asked one question, but I did not get suitable answer there. And even you have not, I think, tried after the lecture, because if you have tried, I should get the answers in the comment section, but I have not got yet. Don't do that. Don't skip the questions that I'm asking. Those are very important. Okay. So that negative thing that I was talking about is the answer is two's complement form. Okay. Now, frankly, tell me how many of you have tried? No one. Krishna?
Yes,
you
sir.
also?
Tried, sir.
Yes, I can expect this from you, but I want all of you, like all the students of this batch should try this. Neha, have you tried? Is Neha here, the class?
Yes, sir.
Have you tried or not?
Yes, sir. I tried, but I did not.
How could you not get this simple thing? In this way, how can you expect a good number in the exam? This paper is going to be tough. You should understand this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, take this thing seriously. Okay. I should not waste my time by asking this question, but I'm asking only for your goodness. Anyway, so this relative address I'm talking about, that can be either positive or negative, and negative, by the term negative, we are talking about the two's complement form. Then index one, that's a very easy one, of course. Index register plus relative address. Useful with auto increment or auto decrement. That is the plus point of this index register. And then again relative address. So एक ही चीज कर रहे हैं हम, यहाँ इंडेक्स को ऐड कर रहे हैं, and index का value हम इंडेक्स रजिस्टर के जरिए कर रहे हैं. Why? This gives us one more benefit of auto increment and auto decrement. Okay, and other part is same. That is, we need to add the relative address to get the effective address. मतलब ये आप सिंपली समझ सकते हो, दोनों चीज ऐड करके आपको क्या मिल जाएगा, इफेक्टिव एड्रेस क्या है. Base register plus relative address. If you got the addressing modes what I have discussed here, then these things will be easy for you. Base register plus relative address. Same thing. Base register में जो address है, उसके साथ relative address आप add कर रहे हो. Okay. So usually points to the beginning of an array plus what will be the relative address you are adding. Then you will get the effective address. So ultimately you have got what are the different addressing modes as implied, immediate, register, register indirect, auto increment and auto decrement, direct address, indirect address, relative address, index address, base register, same thing. And then see, look at this diagram and table. All of you make this table in a copy. See, it's a it will help you to understand the addressing modes again, whatever the things I have discussed. You now try to do one thing. मैंने जो डिस्कस किया अभी उसको इस टेबल के साथ मैच करने की कोशिश करना. ठीक है, सब तो बता दिया हूँ अभी. इमीडिएट मतलब क्या होता है, रजिस्टर मतलब क्या होता है, इनडायरेक्ट यहाँ पे जो इम्पोर्टेंट मैं यहाँ पे लगा रहा हूँ, दैट इज दे आर इम्पोर्टेंट. ओके, देन इंडेक्स इज ओके, देन रिलेटिव. Now, it is indexing and arrays. I know that you have a good idea on array. Can anyone among you define array for me?
Sir, array is a linear data structure where the elements are indexed from 0 to n.
Okay. What does it mean by linear data structure, Neha? Please tell me.
So linear is like in a line, one after the other.
Okay. Is it correct, Krishna?
Sir, linear in the sense we are talking about the memory addressing, means in memory the elements are stored one after other, means it is not independent of its address.
Can you use the word sequential here? See in sequence here.
Yes,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
sequential.
Okay. So any other student from the current participants, can anybody define this for me? Linear data structure. আৰু কোনোবাই ক'ব বিচাৰিছে?
Array is a collection of items or data that are stored in continuous memory location
Contiguous memory.
in a linear way.
Linear, okay. Okay. And what happens to Abir? Abir is not attending classes, na, Krishna?
His relative died, so he has to go today.
Oh, acha. Okay. I have no idea. Okay. Anyway, the definition you have given is correct. Okay. So indexing an array. Whenever this term index is there, of course, we are relating this to what? Array. Now, index mode means the effective address of the operand is generated by adding a constant value to the constant of the contents of the register. Now, in this register, effective address is x plus ri. This constant x may be given either as an explicit number or as a symbolic name representing a numerical value. If this x is shorter than a word, then sign extension is needed. So यहाँ क्या कर रहे हैं हम, एक particular constant add कर रहे हैं. Okay, and that constant may be having a value, numerical value, or sometimes it may be shorter, and in that case we will use the sign extension. Okay, you may recall the sign extension that we have discussed. Sign number, right? भूला तो नहीं होगा आप लोगों ने? In general, the index mode facilitates access to an operand whose location is defined relative to a reference point within the data structure in which the operand appears. Like this one, effective address will be RI plus RD. तो हमने इन दोनों location को क्या किया है? You know that whenever I keep this value like this means what? I'm talking about the value stored here. I'm just not talking about that address. ठीक है? ये इन दोनों के बीच difference मैं पहले क्लास में बता दिया था. What is the difference between writing like this or writing like this? Yes or no? Why you are silent? You have you forgot this
Yes,
thing?
sir.
You know ना? So यहाँ effective
Yes, sir.
address हम क्या कर रहे हैं? सिर्फ RI और RJ में जो वैल्यू है उसको ऐड करके निकाल रहे हैं. But when I write like this, then this means this X should be added to this. And this is acting as an index. ठीक है? Acting as an index, and then the values that we have here in RI and RJ. Okay, so that's why we are writing here like that index mode facilitates access to the operand whose location is defined relative to a reference point within the data structure in which the operand appears. Although this line seems to be a lengthy one, but you can understand it simply. We are just trying to find out the effective address by considering these locations, relative locations. Okay, RI का पता है आपको, RJ का पता है, वहां पे क्या एड्रेस है, ये दोनों का वैल्यू ऐड करके we are trying to find it. Otherwise, we can, if the index is specified, we are going to add that constant value to this. Then relative addressing. By the term relative, you know, we are trying to define the address with respect to or with reference to another one. So the effective address is determined by the index mode using the program counter in place of the general purpose register, because program counter is pointing to that current address. Okay, now say XPC. Note that X is a signed number, branch greater than 0. So loop, this location is computed by specifying it as an offset from the current value of PC. Now you quickly tell me, what does it mean by offset? Offset क्या था? Okay, keep this as today's question. What is offset? Why we need it? Right? Got my question?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very simple term, but you should know these things. Okay, branch target may be either before or after the branch instruction, and the option is given as a sign number. So I think it would be better to start this one in the next class, because we have covered a lot into this class. And I have to, because I have to keep the pace now faster, because the exam is coming shortly. And today by evening, you will get the topics that I'm talking about, where by means on which you have to give the presentation. So with this, I'm concluding today's lecture.